G'day guys, it's race night again. So we Detroit Belle Isle.
Yeah, tight battle, I think.
For the gents Supercar Pro Split. Just getting these last bits and pieces right. Yeah, so Pro Split tonight, the gents Supercar League. We obviously have done a fair bit of training on the Watkins Glen track this week for the NTS League last night. So not quite as well practiced in this one. But we are going to give it a crack nonetheless. So a couple of boys out there going really fast at the moment. Just fixing up the old button situation here. Sorry mate, I'm back now.
Hey, back. It's going to be a tight battle.
Pit lane speed limit is 64
Yeah.
kilometers per hour.
Yeah.
The pit exit looks clear.
We're all out here on quali fuel, though.
I'd say so.
Sorry, Jack. No, good on
You're last.
Sorry, you.
Okay, Mike. 5 minutes of fuel remaining. 5 minutes.
Practice, sorry.
Yellow flag. Watch out. P6. That lap was at 130.30. Okay, Mike, you've got half your fuel left. The guy behind has just done a 130.85. What's your speed limit in the pits?
Sorry, Michael. All good.
There's a car approaching. Don't cross the white line.
It's hard getting the old setups to work here.
New fastest lap for Hammond, 129.48. Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate.
Hey, mate.
Hey, Baz.
It's super quiet.
A bit better.
Man, I'm struggling to pull it up. Are you struggling with that, Dave?
Yeah, I'm struggling to everything at the moment.
Why does it feel so different to yesterday?
I set, what do I got? Usage. So when we were on last night, I had the same usage, 25%.
Yeah.
The temp was roughly around about the same.
I'm just really struggling to get it to stop.
We got 2 fast repairs tonight.
Obviously expecting carnage.
Yeah, alright.
All clear on pit exit.
One's too many. You running the race setup from last night, aren't you?
Hey?
You running the same race setup from last
Yeah.
night? Yeah.
Just feels slippery as all hell. Last night it was like driving on perfection.
Yeah.
B6.
Is that any better?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Not too loud.
Ah, that beats good. The wall again. I couldn't get it pulled up. Hiya, Baz.
All right. Easy today.
Yeah, it's good.
I just finished. Just prepared the shitbox to go to drive to Melbourne tomorrow.
Oh, nice. How good was that man last night, eh?
Yeah, very impressive.
We'll be able to give him a good shake. I reckon both of us will be up there when we get a bit more comfortable with it.
Yeah.
I missed. I haven't seen your feed. What happened when you dropped from
Clear
12th
left.
to 9th?
So because there's 2 pit stops,
Yeah.
so you can either, and you only get 1 set of tyres, so you can either take your tyres on the first one or the
stop,
second one.
second stop.
And I
Right.
think most of the people around me took it on the first one, and we took it on the second one, so for that middle stint I got absolutely slaughtered.
Oh, okay.
And then coming home at the end, I was catching him at like half a second a lap, but
Pit exit's clear.
we didn't really get a big stint on that second set. So we
You didn't split. You didn't split the stops.
nah, we're not that. That's what we need you for. We're not that smart.
So you should have short stinted the middle stint.
Yeah, I just went.
Yeah.
And I just went with what Auto Pit said. So they basically gave me a full tank, and then a short tank.
That's the new advanced. That's the new update they've done.
Yeah, so we kind of shot ourselves in the foot a little bit because I basically spent the whole second stint just defending from people behind me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I came out and I think in 14th. I dropped like 10 spots.
Not good.
That part of it wasn't good, but still a great result.
Yeah.
Was it? Both of you stayed out of trouble. It was good.
Yeah, I picked up 5 bonus points.
For
0x.
oh, well, congrats.
Yeah. Thank you.
Right, who's got the streams running?
Nah, we're both up.
Mine. Yeah, both up.
Might try and get both up.
Now we're a little bit behind on this. We haven't done a lot of practice and we've had to... There's no setup for the track, so we've had to kind of just wangle one out of the Watkins Glen setup.
That's fine. Is the gear set feel alright?
Yeah. I think Dave's got a
Yep.
slightly different setup than I have, but...
No, I've gone to the 104 too.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, I did go to
7-2 or
The other
whatever
one?
it was.
and it was okay to start with, and then it was just too edgy.
Remember, a lot of people are
We estimate you've got 5 minutes of fuel remaining.
Oh yeah. I've hit a few of them tonight already.
This is where we got a top 3 in the endurance race.
Yeah,
Right? We got 0x
Yeah.
over 3 hours.
that's all right.
Sector 2 is
Sounds like
0.40
it's a race,
off the pace.
As long as nobody hits us tonight, we should be good for 0x as well if we keep our nose clean.
Yeah, you got no choice here.
Yeah.
Okay, where was I?
You're currently 1.0 seconds off the leader's pace. Sector 3 is 0.48 off the pace.
I actually found too, the car's feeling better on a full tank. Like with
You're a
fuel in
tenth
it.
off in
Yeah.
Sector 1.
So, Michael, I'm spotting for you, and I've got David's feed up so I can see.
The leader has just done a
Copy.
129.24.
Oh, I've got no rear grip at all. What is going on?
I can tell. So soften. What have you got the rear bar at?
I've already dropped them down. Might try.
Soften the rear.
Yeah.
Are you in the pits now?
Yeah.
I can't edit the setup, can I?
When I'm in
Yeah.
pit, you can, yeah. But I'm in there now, so.
Can.
Just gonna throw in a different setup just to see how that feels.
$15 litres of fuel in there, mate.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get the quality setup going because I've got no pace. Like our optimal from last night's
Exits clear.
29.4, so we
Push.
should be up there on the same pace.
I reckon if you drop your AMB blade settings to about a 6.
Right. I'm just trying, this is the old setup, so I'm just going to see how that feels.
Yep. Yep. Was that the one I was looking at? Yeah, that was the one I was looking at.
Your brake bar is still like at 46.
Yeah.
I'll just move mine forward at full percent. It stops a little. It stopped a lot better.
Yeah, this setup's no good anyway. So what have you gone to? 47?
Yeah, 47.3.
Oh. We're into qualifying now.
Let me. Is it qualifying? Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the end of the
let me just
session.
make a change.
Sixth place.
The old setup
Yeah, I'll
in.
put the old setup in.
Sit in. Tell me when.
Yeah. Detroit. Qualifying.
And I've got to become spotter, don't I, or something like that.
Right, that's it.
Yeah.
It's in there.
come on, London! Quick, 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 quick!
I haven't got access. Yes, I have. Go. Take it out.
Right. Actually, Matt Whitaker's in here, but he's not in our chat.
Yeah.
That's rude. Probably on with his mates. He's following.
Pit exits
Talk
clear.
about
Don't
that.
cross the white line. All right, Mike. We've got 19 minutes to do the business.
So look, I've only made one change, so you'll know if it's better or not.
Right. And I've moved the brakes to 47.
Yeah.
Man, my ping is horrible tonight.
Maybe the wet weather, mate. Stream looks okay.
Yeah.
The leader's just done a 140.30.
We take a photo, I'm on pole.
Get a good lap in now while it's still cool.
P3.
I think we're 1, 2, and 3.
Yellow flag, caution.
No, we are.
The leader has just done a
No, I don't think we were.
139.26.
We were, I missed it, I was about to snip it.
Yeah, so same.
And it's a car to mine.
Not bad. I haven't got full confidence to really put my foot into it though.
Okay, Mike, we estimate you've got 5 minutes of fuel
The
remaining.
rear is a little bit softer, so you should be able to get power down easier.
Oh, it's just no grip.
Sector 2 time is okay.
Front or
The
rear?
leader has just done a
Rear.
130.31.
I'll get onto the second lap, see if that helps. Get some heat in the tyres.
Track temperature is 27.
The leader has just done a 130.02. P4, that puts you 0.7 off the pace. You've used half your fuel.
Fourth place, mine. What are you trying to do, Dave? So that won't count. Right.
Oh.
Do you want to leave that change in there?
Let's maybe just go back to what it was.
Okay, I'll do it.
Alright. Do I need to get out of the car for you to do that?
Yes. Yeah.
Alright, should be right now.
No, I didn't make the changes. No way. Okay.
There's traffic behind, take care. Blue flag. Left side, clear left.
It's interesting though, we're doing low 29s in practice and then they're doing 30s in
Yeah. My temp came up about 5 degrees.
Yellow flag. Blue flag. Seventh position.
Yeah.
Five minutes of fuel remaining. 5 minutes. The leader's just done a 130.00. Sector 2 is 2.7 seconds off the pace. That's a new fastest lap for Cox, 129.74.
What's up, Dave? Frustrated.
I am frustrated. Can't find a rhythm.
You're a tenth off the pace in Sector 1.
Why don't you just go out and just do some laps, mate? Don't worry about blistering pace. You got a banker in there.
What, the auto pit where you've been flying up.
We need to find a tenth in Sector 2.
Maybe reset it if you get a chance.
Yeah, I have.
We're running on fumes, mate. P4. That's your
lad,
fastest lap.
Michael.
You're now 0.5 off the pace.
That.
Yellow flag. Caution. Sector 1 is 0.30 off the pace. There's traffic behind. Keep your wits about you. Blue flag.
I'm actually becoming more comfortable as the track's getting hotter. Makes sense of that.
It's 28 degrees, yeah.
Okay, Mike, there's a car exiting the pits. Heads up. That's 5 minutes of fuel left.
Small field today.
The car ahead has just done a 130,
5 minutes
122.
left.
Looking at about 16 or something, isn't it?
Your sector 2
Early
time is
time,
quick.
5 minutes.
No, I mean, the field size.
Yeah, 16 at the moment. 17. The one guy's had a run.
Ah. I was 2 tenths up there with that tyre slide on the last corner.
P5. That's your best lap in this session.
Oh, damn.
That puts you 0.5 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.33 off the pace.
Got too excited. Idiot.
Watch your mirrors, there's a car approaching. Blue car, clear left. leader's just done a 129.57. Sector 1 is 0.42 off the pace. Okay, Mike. 5 minutes of fuel remaining. 5 minutes.
6 tenths up.
Sector 2's 2 tenths off the pace. Yellow flag. You're now 1.0 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.40 off the pace.
Thank you, Martin. Appreciate it, mate.
Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate.
Right, that's it, Michael.
Yep.
50 seconds left, mate.
Right.
Load your race setup.
Copy.
Fuel.
Adam, look.
I'm running the SimMagic M10, mate. Direct drive wheel.
Can you escape off the track, dude? Man, you're on the racing line.
Small turnout for the race.
Very small. Jackson's in fourth.
Oh, he's popped one in right at the end there.
Yeah. 130.1.
Lindsay and
With a bit of luck.
Cox at the front
Bit of
again.
luck, he might take Troy and Mikey out.
He's obviously been practicing. He's had a rough couple of weeks.
Yes.
Right, so the focus here is going to be smooth. Bazza, get the tyres to last till the
That's
end.
up to you. That's up to you guys, mate. Just stay out of trouble.
That's just reminding me, just be smooth. When you hear the tyres lighting up, be smooth.
I can't hear those tyres, mate.
And then remind me to do my bars. I'm getting better at remembering that. So Rayhana and McHugh both jumped me at the end there.
No,
Stayed 10th. Good.
McHugh was up for a while.
Oh, was he?
in my view. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 500.
Good evening, all. Welcome to
Who's joined
round
us?
9 of the Stone Cold Supercars Elite Series. With the
I'm
gentlemen's
just glad I
club.
stayed in 10th for the bonus
We
one.
have a 45-minute race tonight with 2 fast repairs,
Can you guys hear me?
17 instant
Yep.
points
Hey,
to get you
Yanni.
a penalty, and every 7 after that.
Hey, mate.
Please
That's
use
it.
your
We've got the
relative
first
F3 screen at all times.
No, it's only one race tonight.
If you haven't set a quality lap, please start from the pits.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm just jumping.
Instant comms are for communicating with admin and race only. Except driver-to-driver comms to be kept to a minimal quick message pitting in, I'm on a hot lap. The driver-to-driver banter, use
That's the end of the session.
Discord,
6th place.
We have a race live rate trial. Well, that's the deal. If you need me to review something, please give me car, lap, and corner number, and please follow.
That guy just disappeared with his speech.
Good. I can't hear him, thank God.
Oh, that must mean I've got my thing on silent.
For unsafe rejoining.
Yep.
Please wear safe, possible, redress on track if you cause an incident that disadvantages another driver. Blue flag dust
car, we might get lucky.
Lap cars that stay predictable and leave room where possible, as to not impede the lead lap drivers. Lead lap drivers' responsibility make safe overtake.
Starfield 47, yeah, you're right.
Black flags will not be cleared.
72.1 I've got.
Quick thanks to Rockdale Volkswagen Shop, extensive IT, Flash Graphics, Stone Cold Racing, Adam St John and the Werribee Hotel, Woolbundry Hotel, sorry.
Oh mate, let's go buddy, shut up.
Photography, Simple
That's what happened the other night.
Computers, LJ Hooker Canada, Motor Focus Quality Scale, Models, Central Coast, Motor Group Fleet and Corporate. Respect your fellow competitors, enjoy and have a great race everyone.
Good luck, Michael.
Thanks, mate. You too.
Good luck, Matt. If he's in here. Not in here. Yanni's in here, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck, guys.
Hey, Yanni.
Let me know if you want me to watch or check something.
Thanks, mate.
Cool.
Baz is spotting for me, so if you want to jump on Dave's car.
Done.
Thank you, sir.
10 seconds.
The track temp is 33 Celsius. The air temp is 23 Celsius. Okay, Mike, stay calm, focus. Green, green, green. Car left, clear left. Clear left.
Right on my inside.
Car left. Hold your line. Clear left. On your left. Clear left.
Definitely got a bit of damage there, Baz.
Yep, the whole side.
Yeah, I was clear, but then that guy was sticking his nose right in the back corner, so I didn't know if I was going to get through or not.
Nice to see you.
Is it steering straight, Mike?
Nah.
Might consider pitting when the pit window opens.
Copy.
Race control. Copy.
On your inside, David.
Yep.
Hitting in Stephen.
P5.
You're in.
Oh, you're right.
Pit opens in 7 laps.
Car straight lane, you're all good.
Copy.
Alright, Mike, the next car is Spicer.
Dave, did you start full fuel load as well. Keep going, mate.
The leader has just done 130.53.
Too much damage?
Yeah. I'm just,
Watch your
every
speed.
time I'm going around a
Mid-lane speed
corner,
limit is
I'm
64
straggling me to the right.
kilometers per hour. We'll need to come in for repairs. They've
Tyres,
shown us
no
the meatball
tyres.
flag.
No, no
We'll need to
tyres.
stop again.
Car 6, drive-through penalty for leaving no racing room on 2 corners in less than 30 seconds.
You got a bit of damage on your front left, Dave.
Pit exit's clear.
Yep.
Push.
Yep.
Oh, you've got 12 seconds in front now. Clear gap, clean laps, consistent laps.
Is the car at least driving straight, David?
Yeah. Enzo keeps bloody flashing his lights at me, you know. Right, mate, I'm not a lap car, so you can piss right off.
Yeah. Don't worry about it, man.
Okay.
Just ignore him.
It's his fault he's back there.
Yeah, there's no worries on your inside.
Wrong gear.
Okay, Mike, you're reeling Kennedy in. The gap's now 11 seconds. They're slower than us into turn 2. Kennedy ahead is pitting.
Car is outside.
Locked it.
You're up. Keep going.
There's an incident
behind
in.
you.
Turn 3, 15th place.
He's gone wide as well.
Think I hit him.
No, you didn't
There's
hit
an
him.
incident
I think he
in.
went off
Turn
and
4.
tried to come back on and just spun it and went into the wall.
Yeah. Get the car turned.
David, you should pit as soon as that big window opens. Take a fast from there.
The gap to Kennedy behind is increasing. It's now 19 seconds.
When does that pit window open?
I'll let you know shortly.
In 3 laps.
V14. That last lap was a 131.80.
David, you will come out in clean air if you pit early.
Speed up. Car 6 has a drive-through penalty too, and they haven't taken it yet. They only just black flagged him now.
Car 6, you are now got a 30-second stop and hold for not serving a drive-through.
Yep.
Brady. He's one of the good guys, isn't he?
Yep.
Yep.
He was fourth. Should start a fifth.
You're reeling Boardman in. The gap is 10 seconds.
The track temperature's 33, boys. It's hot.
You've just done a 132.21.
Bradley's still running as well.
Yeah, you probably can't hear race control.
They are high racing black flag you too, so if it doesn't stop, you'll get DQ'd.
Alright Mike, our refueling window will open after 32 minutes. Should close at about 37 minutes.
Serving it now.
I've been there for a while.
Right. He'll be done. Nice lap, Dave. That was a good one.
Dave, your pit window is open. You want to consider pitting?
P13. The next car is Boardman.
He's still stationary.
Yeah, he had a 30-second penalty on there.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's hurting him now. He's gonna be an angry boy.
Incident in turn 8. It looks like Wicketer. Okay, Mike, don't think about the lap times. Just hit each and every apex. V12. Your lap times are increasing. Come on, get back on it.
Safe.
Incident in turn 4. We think it might be Stuart. Yellow flag. Watch out.
Car slow ahead of you, Michael.
Thank you.
Reckon Joshua will get the penalty for that?
Nice clean air in front of you, David. Make the most of it.
Copy. The other boys don't get to stop him, Harry.
Michael will.
Oh, stop locking up there. I'm gonna box now, Baz. Quick repair, that'll get me to the end.
Yep. Yep, I'll check tyres this time. Yep.
Look out for the pit speed limit. Okay, we'll fill you to the end. Stuart behind is pitting. There's a car behind. Take care, rejoin him. Car left. Clear car left. Clear left.
Matt running in 7th at the moment.
Who is?
Matt.
No, Mikey Hammond's in 2nd.
7th.
He hasn't pitted yet, that's fine.
Okay, Mike, you're gaining on the guy in front. The gap is 1.1 seconds.
Race through.
There's an incident in turn 12. It looks like it's Boardman. There's an incident in turn 7.
No damage, Michael.
There's an incident in turn 13. It looks like it's Boardman.
Oh, someone's on fire. James Boardman.
2 cars with the pits, Michael.
The guy in front is Boardman.
10.
As for lap 9, 075 and 256, racing the incident.
Heads up, there's a car rejoining. E9.
Up to 9th, Michael.
I have no idea how.
David's in front of you, 15 seconds, mate. Chase him down. David, make sure the gap stays wide.
Multi 21.
No such thing, mate.
There's an incident in turn 3. We think it might be Robertson. The gap to Robertson behind is increasing. It's now 6.1 seconds.
Slamming the door shut.
Incident in turn 7. It looks like Kennedy.
I'm not sure Sebastian in front of you, David's pitted. Matty
He has,
He has, doesn't he?
Yeah. The top 6 haven't stopped yet.
Roger that.
How long's it been drive?
I didn't have a chance to work that out, Yanni. I was thinking about that as well.
34 seconds. If that's the case.
Lap 11. 554 and car 98. 98, that was a clean pass. There was nothing in it. So, yeah, I don't know what you called
There's
for.
an incident in turn 7. We think it might be Spicer.
Race control, did you check the not long after where it cut me up into the wall?
Alright, Mike,
Okay.
the next
Good
car is
position.
Spicer. Yep.
Yeah, he's made the pass and he's slipped up and made a mistake, and you've given him plenty of room to carry on. If you wanted to take the opportunity, you should take the opportunity. There's nothing in it.
Michael Sebastian in front of you must have got damage in that incident because he hit the wall.
Have
He did go into the tyres, so
Yeah.
mate, not be so bad.
Your lap time was 1:31.90.
My screen's correct. You could be up to 4th, Dave, once pit stops happen.
Copy that.
I don't know why they're staying out so long. They're chewing their tyres.
I have fresh tyres towards the end.
Yeah, true.
Hammond's in.
Okay, Mike, you're reeling.
Lindsay's
Spicer in. The gap is now 9.6 seconds.
You're second up on Sebastian. Well done.
that.
The gap to Robertson behind is increasing. It's now 8.7 seconds. That's half distance. The fuel's okay. That was a 1:31.30. incident in turn 12. It looks like Wicketer, P9.
Or Wood is in the pit.
P8, you're a 10th off the pace in sector 1.
David. This spot.
Copy.
The leader, Cox, is pitting. Nice and smooth, don't overdrive the car. That's 20 minutes to go. The leader has just done a 130.73. That lap time was 132.46.
Jackson and Mike here racing pretty hard.
I know this is on a broadcast, but we usually know how that pans out.
What's that?
That was the message.
The active
Just keep
Wood
an
in
ear-
front
keep
is
an
now
eye out,
5.5
Jackson.
seconds.
Running pretty hard in my opinions.
Yeah.
I'm just going to jump to them for a sec.
Right on it.
Wood and Sebastian in front of you are very close as well. Otherwise, that in mind. Lucky Hamilton lead.
He is, but he only stopped for
Fastest lap for
11.4
Cox,
seconds.
130.29.
And my stop was only 11.
Yours was 12.2.
Sectors 1 and 2 are 0.7 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.6 off the pace.
Cops is 40 now.
Yeah, I'm pushing that now.
The next car is Wood. The gap to Robertson behind is now 10 seconds.
You're an idiot.
Okay, Mike, there'll be chances here. Let's make sure we can take them. 15 minutes left, that's 15 minutes.
Damage.
Nah. Same corner 3 times now. To catch these guys will have them even though they've got older tyres, because they are literally locking up on every corner. Their tyres are going to be cooked.
Yeah, they're sliding everywhere, mate.
Yeah,
You're reeling Wood
absolutely
in. The
ruining
gap's
the
now
tyres.
3.6 seconds.
Another lock up there.
Cops is gonna run on him.
That's half fuel. You've used half your fuel.
Well, they almost touched.
Okay, Mike, the next car is Spicer.
Just call wreck on him.
There's a car.
There's an incident in turn 13. 8th place.
As he moved, I've lost him.
It's alright.
Just to be careful, you Dave. He was here. Yep, track's clear. Copy.
Yeah, didn't hit.
Don't know who it was.
Got McKeon.
Okay, careful, Jackson. Sure, I've side by
So
side.
that was 132.56.
thought about it.
Yeah.
It's half-hearted.
The gap to Robertson behind is increasing. It's now 11 seconds. Car left. Still there. Still there. Clear left. Well done, Mike. Great move. Keep it up. Left side. Clear left.
Spicer, if I wasn't on broadcast, would share my real thoughts about him. Just won't give up. Like he's basically got a damaged car. He's just blocking me, and then when I'm finally up the inside, he just keeps a nose there, so you turn across him. Oh, mate.
P7.
Let it go, champ.
10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left.
Where's your mate? Here he is. What's he doing?
Mikey and Troy are still fighting.
I'll be surprised if Mikey can make it with that pit stop.
I don't think, yeah, it'll be very touch and go. It's pushing.
Yeah, on my data it said he stopped at 10.9.
That's what I'm saying. If you stop at 10.9, he also stopped after you.
The gap to
Yeah,
Wood ahead is now 3.9.
In car, because we started with full tanks.
Yeah.
I don't think the guy behind you, Mike, is going to catch you now. He's rear tyres look like they're absolutely gone.
Yeah, he's
Sure.
yeah, he's gone.
It's on here.
Cock's surely going to make a move now.
Yeah, got him. This could end badly.
Yeah. Right, give each other room.
That's good racing. Oh,
Who's locked it?
yeah.
The guy in front is Wood.
Way now.
Nice. He was being held up big time.
What's Jackson doing? Sean's all over him.
He's locked up. Come on, just punt each other off.
It's a high chance, mate. That's why I'm watching him, just to tell the boys.
That's exactly right.
I'm just having a repeat of last night. Cruising back here all my length on.
Yeah, but you're in 5th place, mate, so
Yeah.
don't mess
Yeah.
up. Keep it nice and steady, got a good gap.
I've pushed the fuel too. I've been able to save a little bit just to be 100%.
You don't know what's going to happen in front of you, mate.
That's it. Oh, it's still good.
Only got 7 minutes to go.
Jackson's hit the wall. He's been passed.
Has he got damage?
Doesn't look like it. His tyres will be shit.
Goes down the rear left of his car.
Yeah, that was there from before.
Okay.
I'm just going to use the rest of my tyres to try and have a dip at Woodsy. There's not much left in them, so might as well use them.
Alright, Mike. 10 minutes of fuel remaining. Good consistency. Keep them coming. That's 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes. P7. The gap to Wood ahead is now 2.4.
Linzell's now catching Mikey.
Hannah's hit the wall pretty hard. Must have bed steering. How long to go? 4 minutes.
Yeah, I knew he was going to crack.
Well done.
We were going at about 6 tenths
There's
a
an
lap.
incident in turn 7. It looks like it's Wood.
He stopped locking up all of a sudden, then I noticed he started locking up again as soon as we got close.
Go CMR. Good stuff.
Nice, Michael. Well done.
That.
B6, you've just done a 132.54.
My tyres are absolutely shot, by the way.
Well, you got a good gap to pull.
Yeah,
Yeah, 2 minutes to go.
So just nurse at home, mate.
yeah.
That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
Jackson's all over the place. I don't know how he survived.
Not catching him either.
Oh, he's quick.
Around here.
Cars everywhere. His rear is gone.
Yeah.
Is Witsy still going?
Yep.
How's he going?
He's 10th.
Nice.
We're not his friends anymore.
Didn't want to talk to us.
Just have people over or something.
I'm a little bit offended.
There'll be a reason for it.
I think he got his own crew chief.
Oh, I'm sure there's a reason. We'll stir him up over it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. The dog ate my homework.
5 minutes of fuel remaining. 5 minutes.
This last lap, David, you're almost out of fuel.
On to go.
Got pitch weighted.
Michael, I added another 2 litres to your crew chief's pit stop.
Yeah, I'll say we got heaps left.
I've got enough to do another lap after the end.
Cool.
I could go do burnouts for days.
Last lap.
I might bend it.
I'd rip up that contract if you did that, mate.
Well done, guys.
Thanks, Mikey. You too, mate.
Guys are still racing. Seriously, shut the fuck up.
The gap to Wood behind is now 3.9 seconds. 2 minutes to go, 2 minutes. Hammond is leading the race.
Flash your lights across the line, please, David.
Okay.
Perfect, thank you. Same with you, Michael.
I can't flash with a double spin and an extra pit.
There's an incident in
Come
turn
on.
2. You think it might
Sixth
be
place
Kennedy?
after all that. Ah, you never
P6.
listen.
Okay, it's over.
I hit the wall twice and at the pit. I can't celebrate that.
David, well done.
Right on, Dave.
Good fish.
Thank
Michael,
you.
well done. Good recovery at 6th.
Yeah.
With 2
Yeah, well
pit
done,
stops.
Well done, guys.
Thank you, boys.
Thanks for jumping in, boys.
Nice recovery, Michael.
Thanks, mate. Good result for you.
And Jackson kept it on the road. So,
Well done, guys. That was good.
well done, Jackson.
And Matt finished 10th.
Matty's microphone works, so
Yeah, so why didn't he join us? No excuses.
Alright, boys, go get interviewed. I'll go watch the broadcast from the garage and have a beer.
right on, mate.
Beautiful. Have one for me.
I will.
Thanks, Baz.
Yeah, the boys.
Hey, there he is.
Oh,
Where have you been?
who's that?
Mr. I race and don't talk to my fucking teammates.
Hey.
Alright, thank
got-
you
I got in
everyone.
last minute.
Nice
I was
clean
just-
racing.
Mate, we were giving it to you all race.
I'll see you guys all
Oh,
next
yeah.
week.
Matty,
Up the
sorry,
mountain.
Matty, what was that excuse?
What's that?
Did you have a new
Okay.
crew chief or something? What
Thanks,
happened?
Ray.
A new team?
That's Mr.
No,
Anastakis
I
here.
just... In quali, my little fellow woke up and I had to go give him Panadol and shit, and I was just like, I'm not getting on and disrupting anyone if he wakes up again. So yeah, I just kept it going.
Right on, mate. Top 10. Good result.
Cheers, man. I don't know, I stuffed out
Look
one
out for the
corner,
pit
I was
speed
like in
limit.
6th at one point. But I think I pitted like really early. but I hit the wall, so I had to pit.
Yeah.
And then I was like real nervous after the wall bit me.
All right, mate. I hit 2 walls.
Yeah.
I had to do 2 stops.
I was pretty happy with that. That was good. I jumped in last minute.
Yeah, good result, mate. Well done.
Yeah.
Well
Sorry, I
done.
didn't jump on. Wasn't personal.
Nah, we took it very personally.
Yeah.
Right, mate. Matty, go and get. Matty, go and jump in the gents' green room. I reckon for a top 10, you should jump in there.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, jump in there. We'll talk you up when we get in there.
I made up 5 spots too. That's extra points.
Well done, mate.
That's a hard charger.
I'll see you boys in the green room.
Yeah, we'll do.
Chatting to you Friday night, so it's good to have you back. Michael Angus was a guest commentator on Monday night. He's back here as well. Hey, quickly to you, Michael Angus, how did you find your first incarnation, what do you call it, the initiation with the NTS Super Series last night?
Mate, I absolutely loved it last night. Just the level of racing and the skill of the guys in that class of league is really cool. And obviously to lose all your assists and a whole bunch of new rules have been being introduced with fuel having to. I almost didn't have enough to get back on the cooldown lap, which apparently was a rule, so I had to basically clutch it the whole way back to the pitch. But mate, to have a top 10 result in that in my first race, I was absolutely stoked with that. A much cleaner race last night than tonight. Tonight was an absolute mess. But overall, yeah, I really, really enjoyed last night. It was a lot of fun.
We've got Matt Whitaker and David Kirby that are going to come and have a chat to us as well. So we'll get to that in just a moment. I'll ask you another question about tonight in just a moment, Michael Angus. Jackson Rayhana, nice to have you back. And that was an all right night at the office for you and Mikey Hammond. The Ford's just a little bit too good for you in your own individual battles there. First, second, third, fourth, it was the right way around for you guys. 30 minutes in, just not 45. A bit hard to keep Lindsay at bay, especially when you give him such good opportunity to capitalise.
Yeah, good evening, mate. Look, that's a win for us. Like, those boys are Scops boys, and they this is pretty much what they drive. Like, they don't really drive much other than the V8 Supercars, seeing as they do, the Supercars Online Premier Series. So for us to jump in and put up that much of a fight is it's a win for us all day of the week. Especially, like, I love this track. I definitely prefer it in an open wheeler, but my love for Belle Isle also put me in a good position tonight. And Mikey's just a freak. He loves jumping in anything and everything and around any track he'll do well. So yeah, it was good to follow his lead tonight, and thankfully for him he bagged a bunch of points, and for me, well, I had awesome fun. Good fun anytime driving around this place.
Exactly right. Challenging night. You scraped the wall on a couple of occasions. It wasn't the cleanest night at the office, but to bring it home with the top 5 and as you say, put a good haul of championship points in the bank. All eyes on the 1 hour next week now.
Yeah, well, I mean, Bathurst next week?
Correct.
Yeah.
Where
So
else?
yeah, of course. Silly question. Yeah.
Correct.
I'm sure there are a lot of guys. I know for a fact there are a few guys who Bathursts and V8 Supercars are their favourite combos. For me, not so much. But either way, we're still going to send it. See how we go. Like, Bathurst is it's a challenging track like this. Like, there are walls and a lot of places where people can muck up. And if you muck up here or at Bathurst, it's a lot more costly than it would be to muck up at a place like Spa or places with runoff. So yeah, look, we'll give it a good go next week, and I'll be helping out Mikey and trying to give him the best chance to bag as many points so he can finish in the best position possible at the end of the season.
We'll race through this because we are short for time tonight, because there is the Stone Cold Late Night Series coming up just after 10:30, so we've got to be off here at 10:15 here. Paul Wood's joined us as well. So Paul Wood, Matt Whitaker, Michael Angus, Jackson Rayhana, David Kirby, all here for our post-race chat tonight, and we appreciate that. I'll come back to you shortly, Jackson. Let's bounce across. Scott, if you've got anything that you want to throw in along the way, just jump in. But firstly, I'll go to David Kirby. Hey, Dave, top 5 finish. You're making a habit of this, which is good to see. The business end of the season, you've been in real good form.
Yeah, g'day, Zach. Hey, everyone. Yeah, I think it's about my third or fourth top five this season. So consistent. I'm happy with it. I couldn't find any rhythm tonight. Obviously, after all the NTS running we've been doing over the last week, we literally did not get on here until after last night's race. So we've only done probably a couple of hours of practice trying to get a setup sorted. So we sort of come to something that kind of worked. So obviously, you know, the pace showed there, qualifying P10, but to halve that and finish P5, it's a great result for CMR.
Certainly is. And just on last night, I asked Michael Angus what he made of his first introduction to the NTS series. After a week off, you had not too bad a night last night, if memory serves.
Yeah, no, look, yeah, Michael, honestly, Michael had a superb drive last night on his debut race for NTS, so kudos to him and put the CMR Mustang up the front, which is great. Yeah, look, I was up 12 spots last night. Again, couldn't just find the rhythm in qualifying. So started back in P26 and finished in P14. So it's sort of like, yeah, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, it's sort of been about the same this week. Obviously running mixed tracks, you touched on it last week. Running mixed tracks and everything like that, it's a little bit tough. But look, you know, we got to do what we got to do and move forward.
Well, same applies to next week. I'll bring Michael Angus back in now. Of course, the NTS series is not at Mount Panorama next week. I'm starting to have a brain fade at Sebring, I believe. Sebring next week for NTS and then Mount Panorama. So you still got that 6 kilometre aspect, but 2 completely different racetracks. How do you prepare for next week, boys, knowing that next week is championship week in GSRC, but not in NTS?
Yeah, well, I think Sebring's a new track for me, so it'll be probably eating up most of my time. I've actually done quite a few laps around Bathurst, so that'll be a matter of just sort of getting up to speed and getting used to the supercar with the new changes that have come through. So just getting a setup that's comfortable, and probably Sebring will eat up most of the time. But no, I think bit of a challenge, but it keeps it interesting, doesn't it? It is probably leading to us running a little bit less in the GT3 cars and a little bit more time on the supercar. But as I know Jackson sort of touched on a couple of times, you tend to have to pick your battles, and if you're going to try and focus on one car, put most of your time into that, and then anything else around that, if you have a good result, it's a bonus. So, yeah.
Indeed it is. Yeah. What about you, Dave? How do you prepare for next week, given that Sebring is, I mean, it's a challenge in its own right for a relatively flat racetrack?
Yeah, I think exactly what Michael said. Like, I've raced at Sebring before, so I've got that at a little bit of advantage. But yeah, it's tough, it's challenging, it's bumpy, it's flat, there is no camber. I don't know why we're taking a supercar to an airport, but let's do it anyway. But yeah, and then obviously like Bathurst, we've all done, who hasn't done laps around the mountain? But yeah, again, it's going to be, you know, sort the setup out to, like with the new changes, and we've got an extra 15 minutes to run next week. Triple points on offer, you know, it's, you got to send it, don't you? You got to be in it to win it.
Oh, indeed you do. Hey,
personally, well, speaking of point scenarios next week, if you're just outside the point scenario, how does that change your thinking? Do you send it even more just to go for that wild last race, or is the first and foremost just finish? Let's grab some points, see what happens at the end of the race.
Oh, look, to finish first you must finish. So, you know, the goal is always to finish the race. Points take care of themselves, but obviously, if an opportunity arises, you've got to. If the door opens, you got to walk through it, don't you?
Indeed you do. Hey, there's the championship points already on screen, ladies and gentlemen. That was quick, Adam Lavis. Well done. That's efficient. 4:45 for Lindsell, 4:30 for Cox. A little bit of a closing of the gap there tonight as Troy Cox closes in on Sean Lindsell. I tell you what, bring on next week.
90 points for the win next week.
90 points for the win next week. So that means that Mikey Hammond's still in championship contention as well, because 4:45 and 360 is 85, the difference. So we've got 3 championship contenders next week. Have a look at this. Sean Lindsell, 4:45, Troy Cox, 4:30, and then 360 for Hammond. 323 for Kirby, 317 for Roffey, then 292 for Angus, 286 for Paul Wood, who we'll get to in a moment. Josh Robinson, 220, so too Brady McHugh. And Michael Dumbrell rounds out the top 10 on 219. Also in the chat room to have a chat to us is Matt Whitaker, and we'll get to him in just a moment as well. He's not on the points that you can see there, but we'll get to him in just a minute anyway. Hey, you were going to say something, Scott? Sorry.
Yeah, look, I mean, it's yes, Hammond is mathematically in the championship. It's a long mathematical margin. You know, Jackson, what was his mindset? You know, going through a race like tonight, it's difficult around here, and he's up there mixing it with the best. So, talk us through the in-race comms.
Oh, we just try not to put pressure on ourselves, really. Like, he's in the same position as me. Like, we don't practice in these cars anywhere near as much as the guys at the front. So, like, for instance, an IndyCar race, I know I'd have way more pressure on myself, because I know that I'm expected to, well, for me at least, I'm expected to do well. Where here, it's just like, you know, we'll just drive as fast as we can and see where we end up. And try and have some fun most of all. So, yeah, I mean, Mikey and I have similar mindsets regardless of his championship position. Like, David, I think David was just talking, wasn't you, David?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So, David, I didn't know if it was you or Michael. David, you put it really well. Like he said, you know, the championship sort of looks after itself. So, and Mikey has very much that mindset, similar to David. So, yeah, it's interesting, but I guess it makes sure, well, we make sure that we get the best fun out of it first and foremost.
All right, let's press the conversation on here. I was waiting to see if Scott was going to chime back in there, but not yet, so that's okay.
I'm satisfied. That's a great answer. It's pretty much bang on for what I was asking.
Agreed. He usually always hits the mark, does Jackson Rayhana. I want to chat to him about tomorrow night in just a moment, so hang there for me, mate. Paul Wood, let's bring you in. 7th tonight. I mean, you had a cracking scrap there with, I think it was Sebastian Spicer for a couple of laps, but then that fizzled out. Other than that, how do you rate that? Is that a pass? Is it a fail? Is it a somewhere in between?
Acceptable for me from my last week of racing, but it all went pretty well until I just nosed it into the wall, and then the car just really didn't have a lot of straight line pace, and it didn't like turning right too much, so I just held on as long as I could, but put it back in the wall, and that's when Michael Angus got past me at the end. But I was expecting a bit of battle, but I didn't think I would hold him out all the way to the end. I just gave him the best shot, and unfortunately it wasn't to be.
Such a challenging circuit. I mean, but then again, next week's nowhere near different in the sense that everywhere you look, there's a concrete wall waiting to collect you if you make a mistake. So in that sense, Detroit's good preparation for Mount Panorama next week, because you've got to be there, like here, centimetre perfect with all the turning points, all the braking markers, all the acceleration points as well.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you don't get a lot of chance to rest around here. At least at Bathurst, you do get Conrod, where you can at least have a little bit of a breather in Mountain Straight to get yourself right, ready for the top of the mountain. But here is just constant, really, and one little mistake, one misjudgment, which is what happened to me, and you're in the wall and you suffer the consequences.
Indeed you do. Matt Whitaker, on that note, let's bring you in and say welcome to you. 10th tonight, you started 13th, you moved up the field, so that's a pass mark for sure.
Yeah, mate, it's a win for me. It's just good getting in tonight and having a good drive. Haven't had time to get much practice in lately, so...
First top 10 for him there, Zach, so we're absolutely pumped for him.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great result for you, Matt, and it's good to have you in the chat room as a result. You mentioned work and a few other things getting in the way of being able to practice and prepare. Does it impact next week, or will we see you on the grid at the mountain?
Yeah, definitely going to get some time in for next week, a bit of practice, and make sure I'm there. Just sold our house and bought another one, and just got the 2 young kids, so we've been going flat out. But got a bit of time to chill out now, so looking forward to next week. And the CMR guys just always give me a bit of confidence and get me out there to try to better myself every week. So it's really good to have them behind you too.
Indeed. Bit hard to know where to take this conversation because obviously we've covered the basics here. I mean, and a small field as well. Least of all, obviously, a few less people in the chat room than what we're normally used to with the GT or an IndyCar night. So let's just focus on the fact that we're almost at the end of the season. I know for you, David Kirby and Michael Angus, you'll have the NTS series to focus on during the 2-week break for the GSRC. But how do you utilise your Wednesday nights in preparation for Season 2 over the next... once Bathurst is done next week and all eyes turn to that 2-week break, where does your attention lie on a Wednesday night when you've got nothing on?
I can jump in there if you want, Dave.
You go.
Look, a lot of the tracks for the NTS series are actually new ones for me, so they're ones that I haven't been to before. So I think there's going to be a heap of practice just getting familiar with tracks. As David sort of touched on before, we didn't get a lot of time to spend running around Detroit, and that definitely showed tonight for me in particular. I clipped a wall 3 times, I think, had to run an extra pit stop, and it's just those tiny little errors that you make that when you're doing substantial laps, you weed those out of your driving. So I think ideally for both Dave and myself, and I'm sure he'll probably say the same thing, it's going to be a matter of just having a look at the calendar ahead and starting to get a few laps on the tracks that we're not as comfortable at or haven't been to. And I think that's going to be as valuable as anything, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Scott Rankin, anything you want to ask these guys at this point in time? In fact, I'll go to David Kirby first. Think about it, Scott, while I go to David Kirby. On the subject of what Michael was just saying, obviously you're going to have 2 Wednesday nights free there in the middle of April. How do you utilise them?
Exactly the same with Michael. I'm sure we'll team up on Wednesday nights and and look to the week ahead and really put together the coaching that we're getting off. We've got off Madison Down and everything like that in the supercar, and utilise all that knowledge that he's passed on to us. And on saying that, a big shout out to Calamari Racing and Barry for organising that for us. That was fantastic, and you'll see us grow more and more moving forward.
Yeah, that's got to be pretty special working with a name like Madison Dowd, and not just having him on your side. But how critical is it to your performance and your preparation to have somebody who's critical? They're outside of your car. They're not listening to you week in, week out. They're just there to provide assistance to you. They don't care if you pick things up or not. They're just going to provide their information, and you take it on board as best as you possibly can.
Yeah, look, for me, the biggest thing was learning how to read the data properly. You go, all right, I'm braking here, he's braking there, he's accelerating here, I'm accelerating there. Pretty much match on, but then I'm losing like 1/10.5, 2 tenths. So, to understand that, and then, straight after my session the other night, I went on, it was, based on Watkins Glen, I went 7 to 9 tenths quicker straight out of the bat. So, it's the knowledge and stuff, and that expertise of someone who's been around the game and has driven these cars for 10 years. You can't put a number on it. It's unreal.
Jumping back towards GSRC related stuff for a moment here, boys, as well. I'll chime in here with Jackson Rayhana. Where does your focus go when it comes to tomorrow night, mate? Do you put more emphasis on the TCR or the Porsche? And how are you looking forward to the challenge of the island in those two?
Well, I hate to give a shameless plug here, but Gus and I both competed in the SimSpeed Network hosted Club Day Masters on Monday night, and that was at the island. So, as far as preparation goes, we did pretty well. We both came home with the top 5, which is pretty cool considering, as far as TCR goes, those are probably the best guys in the country. And to both Gus and I both came away with the top 5 on our debut on that series was pretty cool. So as far as preparation goes, we're pretty good on that. On the other half, for Porsches, I'm usually spotting for a couple of my teammates in the Australian Formula 3 Championship. So unfortunately for Porsches, I've had to put that on the bench for the rest of the season. But look, as far as TCR goes, I think in the Gentleman Sim Racing Club Championship perspective, I think we're looking real good. As long as Gus has a pretty clean finish tomorrow night, I think he's got it sewn up. But don't quote me on it. But I'm fairly sure that He's going to walk. He's already got one hand on the trophy there. So as long as we can make sure he gets a good finish tomorrow night, we're all happy here at Summit Sim Sports.
As
it changes the way that you're driving as well, because you're trying to focus on them as well as yourself in a race when you've got a championship to consider. So before, you know, we were talking, all right, well, we're just going to show up and the championship's going to sort themselves. What assistance would you be looking to offer Angus tomorrow night when you roll out of the gates in the TCR?
Oh, look, I'm a firm believer in making our own luck on the speed. It is a horse racing term, but I just prefer to get out in front and get away from the potential mess that could happen behind. So I think as far as pace goes at Phillip Island, I think we showed on Monday night that if we can hang with those guys there, I think we're pretty well cut out for pace anywhere when it comes to the TCR at Phillip Island. So I think we should be right. I don't think it'll come to, you know, potentially having to assist by playing blocker. But look, hopefully if we can pull enough of a gap in the championship going into the final round at Bathurst, I think it's Bathurst. I'm pretty sure it's Bathurst.
Yes.
Well, maybe.
When is it not?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good point. Well, hopefully we can actually maybe put on a show and give a. You know, have a little battle in the TCR, something that I don't think Angus and I have actually ever gone toe to toe properly in the TCR before, as many times as the opportunities arisen. So yeah, if we've got enough of a gap going into that round, I think maybe we can try and finally put on a show for the broadcast.
I was going to say, with regards to grand final week, of course, there is one instance in where it isn't Bathurst that we know of, and that is, of course, IndyCar.
And Freaky Friday.
Okay, Freaky Friday's not going to Mount Panorama either.
Well, nothing's guaranteed with Freaky Friday, is it?